So I want to tell you about the best decision I made in my life, or maybe it was actually the worst decision. See, I let my family know that I was a writer, and when your family knows that you're a writer, all you get for Christmas ever is notebooks. You get small notebooks, you get big notebooks, and sometimes from the people who really love you, you get Batman notebooks. And these things are amazing, but they sat around in my office forever because I had no idea what to do with them. I didn't really care for journaling so much. I didn't want to write in them for daily tasks because I couldn't keep up with it. So I created a new tactic that I think is going to be helpful for you, and it's called micro journaling. And I'm going to explain it to you in a minute, but first, I want to get into a couple of reasons I don't like some of the more popular forms of journaling today. And the first one is general journaling. See, like I tried that for a while to just sit down and write my feelings every morning. But I found out that that got a little obnoxious pretty quickly. Case in point, August 6th, 2001. Today, I had to work a lot. We hauled branches, like 6,000 of them. I can hardly wait until school. I don't know, 11-year-old Todd was tripping. I'll get to see all of my friends except Elaine. Uh-oh, I don't like Elaine. She'll go out with you for a while and then break up with you. If you break up with her, she'll say, hooray. She's very annoying. Okay, sorry, Elaine, but that kind of thing every single day was a pattern I just simply could not sustain. And as I went on trying to create more feelings, I just wasn't able to keep up the habit. The second journaling method that I'm not really crazy about is bullet journaling. And before you crucify me down there in the comments, I have to point out that I think the tactics are cool. My wife loves bullet journaling. She does it every day and she finds a lot of joy in it. But the thing to me I could never get past is the schedule stuff. Like one of the big things is keeping your to-do list and your schedules, and there's so far you can go in this, but I rely on my digital tools way too much to try and pack it all in one notebook that I may or not be able to find later. So let's get into micro journaling, which is a simple, easy way to create more ideas and a habit for writing every single day. So the first thing you want to do when you start your first micro journaling page is to write the date. And this is not an arbitrary thing, nor is it used only to mark the page. What it's for is to write down the day. So when I write down April 23rd, 2020, I know that this is the only time I get to live the day, April 23rd. This is all I did for a while. Like I literally had pages and pages in my notebooks that was just the day. And I realized if I wrote the day, if nothing else, I could know that for a second I was alive during that day and I had a chance to fill the day with what I wanted to do. The second thing you want to do is create a list of 10 things. It could be any 10 things, whatever you're thinking about at the moment. I have pages on how to be a better husband. I have pages on how to keep the house cleaner. I have pages on how to budget. I have pages on stuff to write about. It really doesn't matter what it is, because the point of microjournaling is to help you come up with more ideas. So the more you can list, the easier it is to do that. 10 ideas every day in your microjournaling notebook. And the last thing you're gonna do before you leave the page for the day is write one thing you're grateful for. And I started the exercise with gratitude by writing down the date and knowing what day it was, and I always wrap it up with gratitude as well. I want to bracket my work with gratitude so that I remember what I'm doing it for in the first place. And then the next step is you just get on with your life. There's not an hour trying to think about what you were feeling or trying to remember what you did a week ago. There's a date, there's some ideas that you can take into the world and use with you, and then there's something you're grateful for so you remember why you're doing it. And before we get out here, I want to answer some common questions. And the first one is, should I do this every day? Or should I do it just when I want to come up with ideas? And the answer is both. I've been coming up with ideas for a living for probably 10 years or so now, and so I used to do this religiously every day without fail. And that was because I needed to learn how to generate ideas. I think a lot of creatives start out and we just hope ideas will come to us, but if you don't have a process for it, you can never make a profession as a creative person. And now I just rely on it mostly for when I need some ideas. I'll knock out my micro journaling page, and then I'll have some ideas to take into the next day. The second question is, can I write less than 10 ideas? And the answer is absolutely not. See, what happens is when you start this process, you'll come up with 2 or 3 killer ideas under a topic. And then you'll get to 4 or 5 and 6 and realize you don't have that many good ideas. And the temptation there is to stop. But that's exactly the point where you have to keep going, because that's when your brain goes, And when your brain goes, that's when you start to burst through some of these old walls that you've kept up and come up with the great ideas that will almost always show up in items number 9, 10, 11, and so on if you keep listing items. The next question is, did you invent this? And the answer is sort of. I took some tactics from other journaling pieces and I put them all together. The thing is, microjournaling is strictly my own process. I've been doing it for probably 5 years, and I wanted to get it for you because I know that it's going to be helpful for you as a creative person. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're using microjournaling, let me know about it. I'm at Todd Brison on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and you can find me whenever you search for me. I want to see what you're doing, and I'd love to know how microjournaling is helping you in your creative life. Once again, I am Todd B from Tennessee. I hope you enjoyed this video. Much love as always, and I will talk with you next time.